The hardest and in some ways most important work for a college basketball team takes place in a room with no hardwood or bouncing balls.
First day they come in, I take them through a basic warm-up. So I want to see, can they hinge from their hips? Can they get into like a defensive stance? Can they stay wide and low? So I'm looking at all that. So if they can't do that, I can't load their body with weights. It was a challenge because I had to really make sure I was working guys and progressing them, but making sure it was enough that they're actually getting better and not being held back. Step right through, high reach. Stay on that same side, tell you when to switch. Here we go.
When freshmen come in the summer, it's an educational process for them, and it's also an evaluation process for Shaq. He's evaluating their flexibility, their mobility, their past lifting experiences.
Good? All right, let's roll. 2 guys to a rack.
For John Shackleton, this is more than just a job. It's a lifestyle, 24/7.
A lot of times he lifts early before us, so he already comes in and we already see him working hard, and it's easy just to follow somebody who lives by his own work and just shows like what his diet is, what his nutrition is. You're not telling us to eat well and eat certain things and he's not doing it, but he is doing it.
I'd better be doing it myself or else I'm a fraud. It allows me to function at a high level as a performance coach. Because if I didn't do all this and my players knew about it, they wouldn't be buying in.
Shaq's a role model to our guys in every way, not just the way he lives his life and the way he conditions himself, but by the way that he's trying to get better personally at what he does every day.
You know, when I first got in the field, a lot of strength coaches would say, well, that's not our job to be a nutritionist because we're strength coaches or we're performance coaches. Or maybe it's not our job to do the hydration testing and the exercise science part of it. You know, but then when coach said, hey, I want you to do, when I came in, I want you to do nutrition. I was like open to it. I wanted to do it. You got to take into consideration all the factors that can help an athlete become the best they can be.
Before in high school, I didn't really pay attention to the way I ate. I just ate whatever I want, go play Skittles before game, burgers after. But here it's like strictly diet, and it helps you perform on the court. You're not getting tired as quick, you're moving better.
Good, drive all the way to the top. That's it, get that bar to rattle.
I came in at like 210. By the end of the summer, I was 230. And then we look at it and we're like, okay, well, I'm not moving as well as I want to, so let's talk about that. And then Shaq, you know, all right, well, let's come down to 223, 225, 220. Let's see how that goes. And then, you know, now I'm moving a little bit better. Now I jump a little bit better. My knees don't hurt as much. I can still be as physical as I want and still be as agile as I want.
Samuel's flying in, layup is good and he's fouled. What a take!
When we lift or when we work out, you never really see it saying like, oh, this is hurting my shot or this is hurting my game. If anything, it's helping with more explosiveness, more mobility.
And through his years with the Villanova program, while Shaq has evolved as a coach, he's helped mold talented young players into strong and conditioned professional athletes.
When I first got the job, he asked me, why should we give you the job? I was just like, I was young. And I said, I'll tell you right now, I know I'm the best in the field. I was just cocky, so I had to do it in the interview. This is how I felt. He's like, why are you the best? And I couldn't really explain it. At first, looking back and what it is, it's all like details. I got like obsessive compulsive in a way with training. Like every little detail, how a guy moves, I'm like really into it, where I know most coaches aren't like that. When guys leave and they come back, it kind of verifies to me there's a reason why they're coming back, because they're realizing they're doing the same stuff with the other teams. They're just not getting coached, or they're not into the details as if like I am.
The professional guys that did play here with Shaq, they understand, you know, how important that is to them, and they always come back to get refreshed and to work out with Shaq. And they also realize how much it's changed their outlook on life in terms of their health, their nutrition, and their futures. Shaq wants them to be at an elite level performance now, but have an understanding about conditioning and a healthy lifestyle for the rest of their life.
It's hard work. You got to work hard. Day after day, month, year, over time, and then to see it come to the end where the guys are like performing at their best and they can go into the league. I mean, yeah, it's an unbelievable feeling.